Hi there. Hello, everyone. How's it going? I am just gonna get myself out here just a little bit. A couple of groups, hopefully. Oh, so I had a doctor's appointment today, and I have a doctor who is very um, patient and listens, and takes a long time with you, which is awesome. And I don't know how, but somehow she's never late, really. and But the appointment ended up being longer than I thought it would. So, hey, still getting myself Sherry out here, and Bugs is going to come over here and complain. There we go. Finally working. It's finally working. It kept telling me there was an error. Okay. Hey Linda. Hey Callie. There's my crew. There's my girls. What did I do with my yellow journal? Huh. I wonder if I took it into the kitchen with me a minute ago when I went in there. Oh my gosh. I mean, it would be just like me. I just picked it up and brought it over here, I thought. But I did run to the kitchen for my water real quick. There's something I want to show you guys, though, which will show it better. Oh my gosh, what did I do with it? That's hilarious. I must have taken it out there with me. Because I had to snarf down some food really quick. Hey Kim. Before I came on. But I basically just looked around and was like, okay, what journal in progress can I pick up and work on really easily? Because there's only about 14,000 of them that are in progress. All right, guys, I'm gonna step out and see if I have it out here. Nope. I don't know what I did. Oh, it's right there. I found it. Nobody panic. It's right here. Oh gosh. Well, my appointment was at 1:45. Hey Pam. Yes, that's right, Linda. I wouldn't be surprised. So let's see. I want you to be able to see these. Turn that. Oops. Okay. So you know how I've been doing grandma days with kiddos. I had this UV resin that I've had for a while because when I was doing more upcycling type stuff, instead of using a sawtooth and hammering those little nails in, I would just resin each side of the sawtooth on like a sign or something. Well, we were making these earrings, and I was like, I bet I could use like my little, the little tiny Tim Holtz things. I was like, I bet I could use those and make dangles. I just haven't done anything really on the edges of it yet. And then I decided that I would use one of my dictionaries, that has the pictures. So this one says shrike. I guess that's a bird. 1/6 life size. And then this one says blue jay. And on these two, I decided I would do some stuff on the other side. And I just took the big letter. But anyway, I think these are really fun. I'm going to end up, this one I did paint around. But I was going to do a metallic. Aren't those fun? I'm excited about them. I'm going to be using them in journals. For sure. For sure. And I like that they're resin. They are not fragile at all. All right. Yellow journal, where are you? There we go. No, that's okay. Although that would be a great little pendant. You could put a picture. You could put a picture in there. And then that definition. Okay. See how I put my yellow journal in a yellow bag? I'm not that organized. Okay. Let's see. I haven't had this out. Well, last time I worked in it, I did go ahead and sew this closure, and it'll just come around and go around twice and then clip right here. And I did sew around this picture of the girl because I put her on this Chanel and it's kind of thick. And then I added that Adventure Awaits. So maybe I did work in it a little bit more. Yes, honestly, Pam, I think I enjoyed it more than the grandkids. We made slime, and she liked that way more. But next week I will have the 11-year-old girl, and she has been sketching in a sketch pad that my daughter got for her. So she's very excited, and she's just a little older and maybe has even a little bit more interest. You know what I mean? So I think that'll be fun. That's next Tuesday. Let's see. I'm thinking, I love this tag. That little girl's just too cute. Let's do, I kind of want to do something here, like on the inside cover. Hey, Lisa. Hey, thanks for coming on. Sorry I'm late today, guys. I mean, I definitely love my doctor. I love her. Because she does take the time, and then it's almost like you want to come up with things to talk about, because you'll talk about something and then she'll go, anything else? Okay, and we'll talk about that, then she'll go, anything else? Which is super nice for a doctor, right? I feel like they do that too much. I like that little cluster. I might have to throw a staple in that, maybe use it. That was a happy accident, as I was picking up stuff. I'm wondering. Yes, it did. It was just the normal, you have to go in once a year at least to make sure that you continue to get your refills on your medications. So I'm that age. I'm that many years old. I'm annual physical years old. And the whole heart check. I was thinking maybe this plum would look good next to that teal. So yeah, it did. It went really well. A little bit more. Honestly, I don't mind this inside pocket being a little bit bigger. But I am so happy to be sitting here right now so that I can play and create a little bit, because that definitely calms my nerves a little bit, calms me down, gets me back to kind of baseline, I guess. And I think I like the idea of kind of maybe doing something like that. I'm not sure I'm sold on the purple. Oh, no, I'm not. But my labs, so we at this place they have you do your labs and then you make an appointment to come in after your labs are done, which is just different than my previous doctor's office. And I have, my cholesterol is worse than it's ever been in my life, which I've always had really good cholesterol. So saying that my cholesterol is 200 and it was 219, I understand is not bad compared to a lot of people, but it's the worst I've ever had. Kind of like that with that there. Let's try that one. Let's try this one and see if I like it better. So yeah, I do have high blood pressure though. And some swelling, like some pedal edema, some swelling in my ankles. And my blood pressure would get too low if she put me on something for that with the blood pressure medication. So we're gonna hold off on everything. I like the fact that her medication isn't her first thing, you know. Because yeah, I don't want to go on a statin if at all possible. I think that's better. That is close to that color, but not exact. And I don't know, I just like it better than the purple. I kind of thought that that plum color being kind of the same tone as that might, but no, I didn't like it. Okay, I think I put all my yellow away. There it is. Little fossilized amber here. go. I need this arm to come this way a little bit because I'm having to work like I'm Detroit leaning. Now, does that make you think of the Brass and Pocket song? Hey, Jenny! I say Detroit leaning. The Pretenders. I'm so glad you guys are here. So now that I stapled this because I liked it, I do like it, but I think I have a teal colored butterfly that would just tie this together better. So after I squished it on here with my pliers. You know Brass and Pocket. There's no way you don't. And I think it's just Chrissie Hynde, not the whole Pretenders. Maybe it is, I don't know, but I guarantee you if you look it up, you know it. But it's totally going through my head right now. And I would sing it if I didn't think I would scare, maybe even crash the whole internet. So this little girl right here, can you guys see her hair? So when I was a little girl and my mom wanted to get my hair cut into a shag because it's curly and everything, and I was like, no, 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 I want a Dorothy Hamill. This is what I looked like when she gave in and let me tell the lady how I wanted it. This is what happened. Yeah, Detroit leaning. That's what she's referring to as driving that way. I got distracted by this picture when I said I was going to do the teal butterfly. And I still think I need the teal. These little Tim Holtz, these are the ones that I was using for those dangles. I can't wait to do more of them. I was doing more last night watching TV. Okay, I think I like that. I'm thinking that might work. Come here, stapler. Oh. I like the fact that that isn't completely glued down flat, but we're going to have to do something. And I think I'm just going to do another staple in there. I kind of like the fact that it's all loose. Hey, Lori. Hi, Micaiah. Hey, girlies. Yes, yes, I was definitely Detroit leaning. I had to move the things because my obliques are not what they were back in the day, and I don't have the obliques to Detroit lean anymore. It's so funny. Okay. So yeah, I like that little cluster on there. I mean, it does stick up kind of high, but I like that the elements aren't all completely adhered, you know. They're stapled, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like shadows happening around the stuff because it's not completely sealed onto there. Let's see. I don't usually like to do 3 sides either because it's a little restrictive. So I tend to do tucks more than I do pockets. Linda, have you looked up the song yet? To make sure. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. Okay. Now, I don't think I have made enough things for tuck spots. There's just that little tuck. Why is that? What is happening there? Oh, I was holding it too tight. We need one there. So I definitely need to I have to thumb through in between every single thing I do, you guys. Do you guys do that with your journals? Like, I feel like in order to get the whole feel of it, I have to thumb through it. Need something for there. Sorting buttons. Hey, Jeanette. How are you doing? So, okay, let's think. I've done 2 of these peekaboo pockets. Got this little tab here. It says little things. I want to do something. I think I want to do like a fold. I've got all of this paper that I cut for this. You know, all of these scraps like this. Got this fabric. And I'm thinking it might be kind of fun to do like a fold that comes out. I don't know if I want to use that. Which pattern do you guys like? This is double-sided. I definitely love this. I might do this one. Hi, Cheryl. My allergies have been driving me crazy. I don't know that I need a double-sided. I kind of like this one too. Okay, 3 options is enough. I'm going to put the rest of this stuff back over here before I start getting distracted myself, go off in too many directions. I love that paper too. And look at that paper with that fabric sample. Whatever. Okay. Y'all, it is time for me to spend a weekend overhauling. I've been going through and kind of getting rid of stuff. Yes, yes. I put it back, but yeah, that's what I was thinking too initially, but I kept one that doesn't have a back so that we could do some smushing because it would make a great, just journal spot. Let's see what we can do. So maybe that is not great. Yeah, no, okay. The folds aren't going to bother me. Yes, Glenn, I knew you had to know the song, girl. My arms, my legs, my style. Oh, you guys, for someone who loves music as much as I do, it is a shame. It is a gosh darn shame that I cannot carry a tune or a melody or anything. Yeah, I want it to be a Z fold, so that this is about the width. Which it may just paper clip in. I don't know. I was thinking that I wanted the part that doesn't have something on it down, but that's only if I'm going to glue it. You know what I mean? If I'm just going to have it clipped, then that doesn't matter. Okay, let me see here. Woo! I'm not mad at that. I'm truly not. I might call that good. But I want to, since this top part does stick out just a smidge-a-looly. So I am going to take my little machine, if I can remember. Yeah. So it cuts that notch that is like a file folder. And then the other. That's why we have buckets and showers. And I honestly like the look of, I don't know why. I know that when you unfold these parts, that little divot will show, but I like that for some reason. You know, when it's all straight out. Those little things right there. I don't know. I don't know why. I just do. Okay. I'm gonna cheat. That one wasn't working for me, so I'm gonna go to the bigger one. Okay. All right. Let me make a hole here. Let me make a hole here, and we'll smush the white side. And I think I might use some green. Did I do something clever? I don't know what. I don't know what it was. There's a little Fabri-Tac there. Okay. I think I just want. Oh, that's awesome, Linda. I definitely want to see that. Um, the the things that you guys have been posting in the group, with your stuff from this month is amazing. Is that really the only green I have? Oh, my other one's the archival. I've got some archival green, but it is like chartreuse. It's bright. I don't know if I'll want that green. We may just stick with the forest moss. I don't know. I don't use it often enough. So I'm just going to do my thing where I put it out on the glass here. Spray her down. It's such a mess over here, you guys. I'm going to get it heavy on the creases. I think a little on this side too. It wouldn't hurt. That is dark. I like it, but it was a little bit darker than I anticipated. I want this to be like a journal spot, you know. So I figure we might as well. This little pocket we just made. Well, that's not really going to show anyway unless I clip it. Ooh, but I do like the green with that plum color. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks cool, I think. Liking it. I just didn't want my ink to go to waste. And then I have this resin. It's like daisies on there. Get the rest of it. There we go. Waste not, want not. It is Forest Moss. Forest Moss. And yeah, it's a really pretty color. I really like it. I don't use it very much. In my haste to get the slime off of my coffee table on Monday, I ruined my little wipes. You know, the little thing that keeps them fresh. All right, I'm gonna dry these a little bit. And you know how you get the pinks and purples with vintage photo once it's, you know, goes through that oxidation process? I don't know what this is going to give us. We'll see. If it doesn't get all the way dry, I'm okay with that. Yes, it is a good color. I think I forget about it. I like this fossilized, fossilized amber a lot too. And then speckled egg. It's like there's a certain tone of those colors that's a little bit different. Like that Victorian velvet is the same tone to me. I don't know if that's what you call it, but I think I put it on my glass too many times. That's why I ended up with so much. I don't want to start a fire here. I don't know if Callie's still here, but isn't she the one that got that paper I caught on fire in the microwave? Oh, goodness. Goodness me. Okay. Can I get it folded back is the question. No, I can't. So I did this down. And I was thinking, there. Every time I say that, I think of the Eagles song, Take It to the Limit. I was thinking, it's definitely a song lyric day. Weren't we just talking about that? How some days everything you say. Yes, you are. You are the one that got the paper that had caught on fire. Anybody out there that's doing the shortcut with the coffee dye and you're going to microwave it instead of let it air dry or putting it in the oven, the microwave will catch your paper on fire. Just saying. I like that forest moss with the vintage photo on the edges too. Okay. So now we've got this. I don't know which way do we like it. It's definitely very damp. But I don't mind folding it up and sticking it in there. I mean, it'll dry. Sorry. That was like really in your face, wasn't it? Oh! Yay! That's hilarious. Is it like a wanted poster? Okay. So there, and then bloop. The problem is that I mean, I suppose, like in my mind, you take it out, and that's where you see that it's like a journal spot. So I'm like, what if I put it over, and then on this side it's a tree, but on this side you see that it's a journal spot. Oh, and it looks good on that striped paper. Because the other side of that is that. Boop. And then back. Let me grab one of my little paper clips here. Where that was wet, it's starting to kind of tear a little bit, but I'm just going to clip it in there for now. Okay, I'm going to leave it. Oh, that's funny. Put a bounty on my head. Yeah, I'm just going to pin it both places and let it dry in there for a little bit. Because, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking like a postage stamp, you know, making some kind of thing there on the back, like a row. We did that in another journal. I think it was the, I think it was the Alice in Wonderland, which I need to get back to, but where we did the postage stamps all the way down, like a snippet roll kind of. And, you know, I kind of go back and forth between paper and fabric, you know. And right now I'm feeling like I need more fabric. Definitely white. Gotta do something there. And right there. Let's just cut this wording off of here. Oop. Okay. Let me think. How wide is this? Okay, I'm wanting to do one of those like matchbook. Okay, this is the journal that I bought from Kathleen Maurer. And you guys know what a fangirl I am. And she did, I'm pretty sure she did one of those folds in here. I think it's towards the back. Is this it? No. Is it? No. See, look at how nice. Look at how nice her fold is. That's why she's my whatever inspiration always. She always does such cool stuff, I think. I know there's one in here though. Yes, this is it. Right? Yes. So it is a like a matchbook. So this comes out and goes back underneath here like this. Okay, so I did have that right. I just want to make this maybe a little thinner. And then do a cluster, and this part will go under it. Okay. I realized I had that right there where I could look. Well, I think that, I was thinking mentor, but doesn't your mentor have to know who you are? Like, she probably would recognize my name because I fangirl her all the time. But, I mean, I feel like if you're somebody's mentor, then they're aware of it, but maybe not. Okay. So I squared those off, and now I'm going to rip it because I'm kind of thinking that maybe a ripped edge would be kind of cool. And I'm doing it Cricut on purpose, friends. I promise. Because why not? So we'll make us a little matchbook fold. Oh, Lord. Okay. Cluster. What do we got just sitting here? We got some lace. Oh, we got some of our... Yeah, that's definitely going to have to be there because this is going inside the inside cover. So we'll grab some of that. Sometimes I like to just, fold it somehow. I've got this. There. Nope, I don't like it folded. Stop trying to be all fancy, Michelle. We know you're not fancy. Like, what happened to my Dorothy Hamill girl? It's a little bit wide, maybe. I'm really concentrating on this. Watch me end up not using any of it. No, I like it better this way. Okay. Overthinking. Overthinking things. There and there, and then we would need, oh my gosh. How creepy is it to put a bug with them? It's just a green beetle, so it matches really well. Or a button. I finally understand. Remember when, because Kim showed me, because I did not know what she was talking about at first about the ring light giving it a handle. I mean, you mean like Smokey and the Bandit handle? Like, I'm looking at it in the thing, and I'm not thrilled with that either. No, it looks too much like trying to give her a hat. Okay. Stay. I know that there are little, that has yellow, too big. I like the blank labels, but sometimes you want one that has something. You know what I mean? That's not too big. And I know there are some in here. I see them when I want the blank ones. That might be a better contrast. There. I knew there was some that said something in here. Okay. I better put that back in the drawer. I'm so afraid I'm gonna. Sure glad I found that. Yeah, I was thinking too, why did I make this fabric shorter before I knew what I was going to do with it? Because I feel like it's just too short now. I know this is not what you meant, but I'm going to try. So when I use the stuff that has the same colors, I feel like at least that one has the same color, but it's got a little bit of orange too. I might like this. And when I get it the way I like it, I usually, if it's something like this, I will usually staple. If you don't like staples, I don't know. I don't know what you would do. Be better at holding it all together than me. This is a Kathleen trick too. It makes the back of the staple flat, so that way when you're putting paper inside, and it just decreases the bulk and all of those things. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna tilt it a little that way. So kind of from there to there. Oop. Since I did that mushroom, my little mushroom thing, it's a little big. Yeah, it's a little big. There's a little bit of that writing on there. Can you guys see it? It's just a little bit. It doesn't bother me though. It gives it a little bit of interest, right? My my dog, I can tell that his butt is against my door to my room here because he's scratching. Okay. So how come it still isn't the same? What am I doing wrong? Oh, because duh, this is where you want it to go. Okay, I remember now. I want it to go in between those two things. That would be the crease. Okay. All right, so let me get this glue. Fabri-Tac will just kind of roll off of there if you catch it in time. All right, don't make that mistake, guys. I'm just going to do one tiny bead at the bottom of this, since there would be like a bend there if I didn't. Hi. Oh, Lucy, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Phyllis. You guys, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. Well, I've been doing journals not as long as a lot of people have. That's for sure. I'd say, well, I'm celebrating the 2-year anniversary of the subscription box next month. And if you guys didn't see, I'm coming to Tennessee in November. So this will be my first big traveling to teach a class event, and I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, why isn't it working? Mine's broken. Mine's broken. Yeah, I'll have to let that glue completely dry. But you guys, I hope you guys see the mistake I made there. Um, I mean, it's not like it's a big deal or anything, but this is why it is such a good practice to have like either a full journal that you have that you can write notes on your folds and your pockets and your embellishments, or like a pocket, a zipper pocket or something that has that stuff in it. Okay. So we got our little girl with the doggy there. Got mama with daughter there. Oh, this might have to be clipped in because I wasn't thinking about all the embellishments. But that's okay. There's plenty of room in here for clipping something in. And I do like to do that. I do like to have stuff paper clipped in. Oh, this is that same paper. I kind of like that though. Or I could do like my mentor and glue that down right there. I don't really want to do that though, because I feel like I could do a better job at this. Pardon me. I am going to use one of my rusty paper clips. I do have some smaller ones. These didn't necessarily rust, but they did oxidize. And I'm going to do the little thing where I take it and just give it a little curly cue. And then a squish. There we go. Oh, and you know what else I like to do sometimes? Is just put a little ribbon on the paper clip. I think that's kind of fun, right? Kind of fun sometimes. Is there a snuffleupagus in here? Am I breathing really? Am I breathing really heavy, Linda? Because my allergies are driving me crazy. Is that what it sounds like? That's funny. I might be being a mouth breather right now. This ribbon feels a little stiff. Oh, you know what? I think that when I've done this in the past, I think I've wet the ribbon down. Like just sprayed it with water so that it'll bend to my will. There. Isn't that cute? How cute is that? It might have to move though. It might have to find a new home because that's where this big fold out is. But the elements will be made, and then I'll be able to go back through and kind of put them where I want them. I really do love this purple paper. And I definitely like to have journal spots. Did I put the forest moss away? Nope, I didn't. There we go. Oh, the scraping on the floor. Mufasa. Now, where was I that I saw that I was like, this will go right in there? I'm just going to fold. Oh, I think in there. That's where I was. I was thinking, I'm just going to fold this like this. I think, it doesn't always have to be a huge ordeal. I am going to give it just a weird fold though, so that the purple and the green are both showing there on both sides. Y'all, this is my favorite thing to do. I can thumb back and forth through a journal 1,000 times and still find stuff that I want to do. When I cut this paper, I remember thinking that this element would be useful. Like I would be able to use it like it was a part of a collage. I guess I've been on here over an hour. Been on here for a minute. Oh. Is that not terrible? Gosh. Linda, if you're ever this way, will you fix my drawer? If you're ever this way, go on ahead and come by and fix my drawers. See, I don't want to cover it up. Yeah, I might be about done for the day. Just because I can feel myself getting, I'm not tired, but this could potentially, maybe that's what needs to go up there. Cut that down. Or maybe just cut out that and just stick it in that envelope, huh? That could be good. Thanks, Phyllis. I tell you, okay, so what color should I do after this? I did blue and then the yellow. I'm thinking either pink or green. What do you guys think? Somebody said, I know, a little WD-40, I know. Hi, Cheryl. Did I miss you? Somebody said purple. Who was that the other day? because I forget about purple. It's probably the least used color. That one paper that I love, that's that plum color, is a little different to me than purple. But so purple, pink, green, orange, could be other colors that I do. Oh, it looks like green. Green is winning. Okay, I'm excited. Yeah, once I get this one done, I think I'm going to do a whole little, thing of colors. Let's see, I want this to be... I thought that, there it is. I'm like, where's my little envelope? I love these Flyleaf pages. I think that's what they're called in the Reader's Digest books. Yeah, you like green, don't you, Linda? I do too. When I was a kid, and I was probably younger than 10, but my mom was like, okay, you can get your room, you can have your room painted whatever color you like, your favorite color. And so I chose green, and I wanted like a Kelly green for my walls. Of course, not knowing what that would look like, but my mom painted it like a kind of a minty seafoam kind of green. It's probably a much better choice in the long run. But she did let me have green, just not Kelly green. Nope. There, just gonna fold it again. And you know what I think? I think that I can't hardly see something like this and not put something on it. Like, why is that? I can't do her. I feel like everything has to have. That's why the blue one is so fat. I kind of like this. Y'all look at my fingers. I did not put lotion on today before I started, because I do think the lotion helps. So if we just do that, and then that, or do we want... Yeah, I think we want that down first, and then the lace. And then this little mushroom. Maybe I want him on the opposite page. I think I do want him on the opposite page. Y'all, didn't I say I was done? Yes. I mean, it's hard not to. I feel like if I leave space for there to be, you know, a place to write, if somebody were to want that, then I'm still good. And I definitely do elements that aren't completely, you know, glued in, because thinking, you know, people can move it around. Which I say that like I put my journals up for sale, and I rarely do because they never feel finished. You know what I mean? They never feel finished. See what I've done here? I thought, well, it could be bigger and be a tab across from there, and then started out because I wanted to use those little mushrooms. Now I got to find a bigger mushroom. Do you guys outsmart yourselves all the time like me? I know. Doesn't have to be a mushroom. It just has to be the right size of whatever. Oh, I have these little paper strips. All right. Let me see. Just gotta keep on trying. Like this, and then like that. I'm like, do I want a button instead? Sorry, guys. All right, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna get off here. Uh, no. I call what I'm working on sometimes names way worse than that one. I have a name that I always, it just comes out. And, you know, thank goodness it hasn't ever come out when I'm live, or I might get in trouble. I like stapling it first, because then when you go to put it on the page or on whatever, you can still, you know. I'm like, ooh, I need a thread puddle. Nope, Michelle, stop. Just stick her on there. I do like to use these clips. I got a short one here though. Okay, guys, thanks for hanging out with me though. This was awesome. You know, Saturday we have the mystery event. Cheryl's sponsoring that mystery event, so that'll be really fun. And then next week on Wednesday, all day is the paper pack event. So if anybody has any questions or wants information about the paper pack, do hashtag paper pack, all one word, in the comments, and you'll get a link from me. If you're on YouTube, you can message me for information about that, and it'll be our 2-year birthday next year or next month. I sent the very first pack out on my, well, it would have been my 53rd birthday. My 53rd birthday. So it'll be my 55th birthday when I send out this year's August pack. So, yay! All right, you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you Saturday. And that's about it. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.